Hi, this is Don McAllister and welcome to another edition of Screencasts Online. This is the second of a two-part series covering Airtable. Airtable is an online database application that we use pretty much every day here at Screencasts Online to manage our production process. In the previous show, I took a look at the basics of Airtable, as well as exploring some of the different views of your data. In this episode, I'm going to take a look at some of the more advanced features and the available integration. So let's start off by taking a look at automation. So let's carry on from where we left off last time by using the SEO shows base. And if you remember, this is a table of various shows, and we also have a table of presenters as well. Now, to get to automations, it has quite a prominent position up here next to your data tab, which is your raw data. Go to automations, takes us to this new interface. Now, basically, an automation is a trigger and an action. And down here on the left-hand side, there are some sample automations. So, for instance, to send a weekly digest, to email records where Libsyn MC is done MC2. That's a bit random. Post to Twitter. So when the show date is today, post to Twitter. Send a Slack message. When a record is updated, send a Slack message. Create a new record, update a new record. When Google Calendar is amended, and then generate a weekly digest in Google Docs. I'm not going to use one of these sample ones. I'm going to create one from scratch. And I'm actually going to create one which is to do with posting to Twitter. So before I do that, though, let me go back to my data. I'm going to create two new fields. So over here, I'm going to add a field. I'm going to call this Twitter message, because what I want to do is whenever I post a tweet about a show, I wanted to have a customized message to do with that particular show. In fact, this is going to be a formula, because I'm going to use some of the fields that are contained within the table to generate the tweet. Now, I already have one in my copy and paste buffer. So basically, it's going to be text, check out our new tutorial, --space, plus the show name from the table, ampersand, and then some more text, download from here. And then I'll put another dash in there, actually. And then we're going to include the show URL within this particular message. So if I create field, just to show you those particular fields. So we've got show name here, and the URL is hidden at the moment. So let's unhide that. I mean, these are fictitious. These links don't actually work, but this is really just to give you an idea. If I was to upload it to Libsyn, I would create it so this was a live URL to that particular show, but this is just for demonstration purposes. So there is our new messages. So if I have a look at this one, so check out our new tutorial, numbers part 1, download from here, and then the link, which is fine. And let's go ahead and add an additional field, because you can post images as well. So this is going to be an attachment. We'll create the field. If I just go across to the Finder, there is the one of the tiles that we use. I'll just drag that over and drop that on the numbers part 1 show. We'll close that down. Okay, that's super. Right, so we can go ahead and create our automation now. Now, the final thing I'll do on here, just for testing purposes, I'm going to change the status to published. Now, the reason for that is I can use this now for testing purposes. So, right, let's go back to automations. We'll say add a trigger. So as you can see, there are many different types of triggers. So when a record matches conditions, when a form is submitted, so if you have an external form, someone submits that, you can create a trigger. When a record is created, when a record is updated, when a record enters a view, so you might have a specific view based on various criteria, and when a record is changed and appears in that view, it can trigger something at a scheduled time, and then when a webhook is received. And there is a tip show that Rosemary did about webhooks, if you want to read into that. And below that is a number of integrations with Google Calendar forms and sheets, as well as Outlook, email, and calendar. That's just a quick preview of one of this week's Apple-related tutorials from Screencasts Online. Screencasts Online is your premium source of Apple-related video tutorials. All of our members get access to brand new, up-to-date tutorials each week, as well as unlimited access to our entire video archive, full of Mac and iOS-related tutorials. You can stream and download all of our videos on your Mac, iPad, and iPhone, and even your Apple TV using the members-only Screencasts Online Apple TV app. Membership also includes a complimentary subscription to the digital Screencasts Online monthly magazine, published each month and packed with videos, articles, reviews, as well as hints and tips covering all aspects of the Mac, iPad, iPhone, and all of the other fantastic Apple products. So, if you're ready to start getting the most out of your Apple devices, visit screencastsonline.com today and become a Screencasts Online member.